When we think of Pesach, we tend to picture matza, maror, eggs, potatoes, and probably a broom. In the times of the Bais Hamikdash, however, the feature item of the Yom Tov was the Korban Pesach. The Torah describes it with stacks of detail. The korban must be roasted alone, over an open pit, in direct contact with the fire. Fully eaten, not a drop left.
There's so many details.
The list goes on.
Why is there so much detail?
Yeah, why is so much of the focus of Pesach centered on the Korban Pesach? What is its message? The Jewish nation is about to leave slavery, and the Korban Pesach represents a 5-step procedure designed to produce a free nation. For starters, the Jews are told to remember Avraham. Avraham Avinu was thrown into a furnace of fire. Roasting our sheep over the open fire reminds us
We were not always slaves. We came from good stuff.
eating freshly cooked meat, reclining, and drinking wine were luxuries reserved for royalty. Formerly slaves, the Jews are starting to taste freedom and indeed feel free. The sheep was tied to each Jew's bedpost for inspection prior to the big day. As the Egyptians idolized sheep, the Jews were now forced to stand proud in the face of their former captors. Roasting is the only form of cooking that separates every morsel from the meat, leaving your meal to the meat itself. In a similar fashion, the Jews needed to prepare themselves to view Hashem as the one and only existence. Meat could also be cooked in water.
But the fires are more powerful, simple for this little baby nation.
That's right. By instructing the Jews to roast their food in fire, Hashem was instructing them to constantly strive upwards as fire does, move, grow, and improve. To summarize, Bnei Israel recovered from slavery by remembering their illustrious ancestry, acting royally and with pride. They also attuned their minds towards viewing Hashem as the one and only existence, and were reminded to develop an attitude of growth and improvement.
Wishing you a Chag Kasher V'Sameach.
Bye-bye.